See, this is why sometimes you got to learn to leave people alone and mind your own damn business. This is exactly why. You bark up the wrong tree, it might just fall on you. What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap. What happened to that? Because it looked like Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over.
Caitlin Clark just touched down in Chicago and got the kind of welcome usually reserved for Michael Jordan or maybe Beyonce with a basketball. We're talking thousands of fans, standing ovations, and a vibe so electric it made the Bulls jealous. Meanwhile, Ice Cube took one look at Angel Reese and hit her with a verbal fast break. What did she do now? Oh, it's spicy. Drama's high, stakes are higher, and this WNBA saga just turned into primetime chaos. Let's dive in.
You guys dropped Big 3 again. This is a new season. I remember you famously made an offer to Caitlin Clark, but what about Angel Reese? Would you think she could ball out? You know, she's pretty solid, you know?
Yeah, she's a great player. You know, the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese, so I don't know if we can make that same offer.
I see.
1 minute, Caitlin Clark is dodging double teams on the hardwood. The next, she's strolling into a school in Indianapolis, like a baller St. Nick, dropping off backpacks like she's Oprah with a crossover. Poor part of town? Please. That's exactly where real ones show up. And instead of rolling in with camera crews and PR teams, she let the action speak louder than the ESPN hot takes.
Caitlin Clark, bro, it was more fans running. They was running down on Caitlin Clark like she was Michael Jordan. Treated like MJ in the rack. Oh my God. Caitlin Clark getting treated like Derrick Rose, Michael Jordan, Chief Keef, Lil Durk, all of them. Caitlin Clark took over Chicago. She signed autographs for hours. This wasn't no extras that was paid to come stand in the scene. No, these were real people trying to get autographs.
Each kid got a backpack courtesy of her foundation, but let's be honest, they also got a once-in-a-lifetime flex story. Yeah, Caitlin Clark came to my school. What did your favorite player do today? Post an Instagram reel? Meanwhile, Angel Reese is somewhere calculating how many tunnel struts she can walk before Caitlin's next highlight reel drops. Spoiler, it's not enough, because even on the injured list, Caitlin Clark's got fans breaking ankles just trying to get a blurry photo.
Well, they're about to come for Ice Cube. They're about to come and get Ice Cube. We know how this works. It won't be long. But the AR5 fans will seek and destroy, or try to, because that's standard operating procedure for them, Ice Cube. Because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation.
She's racking up more crowd support in street clothes than AR's collected in 4 cities combined this season. And that includes games where Angel played all 40 minutes like it was an unpaid internship with Gatorade. But it gets better. Or worse, depending on how salty you are. Because just when you thought the hype couldn't possibly climb higher, Ice Cube, yes, that Ice Cube, pulls the ultimate plot twist and casually throws $5 million on the table, like it's Monopoly money, with Clark's face already printed on it. $5 million to join his league.
Angel Reese has so many aliases, she could fill the entire roster. Matter of fact, this would save the Chicago Bravado thousands of pesos in salary to other players. They can release everyone else and just pay Angel Reese. The end result is going to be the same. They're already losing. They're already one of the worst teams in pretend basketball. Might as well save some pesos while being a huge embarrassing failure. Over the last couple of years, Angel Reese has been one of the best illusions in the WNBA, in a league filled with make-believe.
And it wasn't just a paycheck, it was a billboard that screamed, "I see what the WNBA can't admit out loud." Because Cube, he's not just hip-hop royalty. The man's got a radar for stardom so sharp, it makes Wall Street analysts look like confused toddlers with a calculator. Cube took one look at Caitlyn's stat sheet, fan base, and media footprint and said, yeah, she's worth it. Meanwhile, some folks out here still arguing whether she should start. Start? She's already running half the league's marketing strategy, while casually getting love letters from A-list celebrities. She didn't just raise the bar, she spiked it into the upper deck, walked off the court, and handed the bar to a bunch of kids who didn't even ask for it, but now get to brag that they're officially on the Caitlin Clark upgrade plan. And let's not ignore the hilarious contrast playing out across social media. While Clark is hosting pop-up philanthropy tours like she's trying to win a Nobel Peace Prize in basketball shoes, Angel's timeline is starting to resemble a highlights reel for passive-aggressive quotes and unfollow drama. Every week it's a new saga. Someone's mad, someone's subtweeting, someone's walking out of a press conference like they just lost custody of their sneaker deal.
Angel Reese fans are going to be pissed. By the way, we don't know if she's playing or not today. That's right. Fever at Chicago Sky. And I've been like, do I want to watch? I mean, there's like a bunch of people supposed to be out. Angel Reese, we'll check on her status in a minute. At least what I could find thus far for this game. And a rather interesting comment about her playing today that I never even considered, to be honest with you.
Caitlyn, on the other hand, stays busy collecting everything but beef. Applause? Check. Standing ovations from away games? Double check. Fans waving handmade signs in stadiums that booed her last month? Triple check. There's a whole ecosystem of people who don't even watch women's basketball, but know exactly who Caitlin Clark is, because she accidentally turned herself into the WNBA's main character without asking for the script. It's gotten so bad for her critics that now they're trying reverse psychology just to stay relevant. We don't like Caitlin Clark, but also, why isn't she in more commercials? Pick a lane. He did it because he's running laps around the WNBA execs who still think marketing is just tweeting out final scores. He saw the numbers, the engagement, the literal stadiums of screaming fans, and decided to take a calculated swing for the future. Because while other leagues are still figuring out how to sell tickets, Clark is out here selling hope like it's on discount at Costco.
It's so crazy that I missed this. The fact that Caitlin Clark walked in Angel Reese's trap, took it over after a week of Angel Reese coming in Indiana and throwing jabs at Caitlin Clark saying she took over your city. Talking about she took over your trap. Like, look at this right here with Angel Reese. This was just about a little over a week ago. Angel Reese posted to her Instagram page, a Reebok commercial saying, walk into your trap, take over your trap. And it was captioned, I'm in your city. Like, do you see the constant jabs of Angel Reese? If this is not like a microcosm of what Angel Reese did to get on, what Angel Reese did to get famous, chasing around Caitlin Clark, pointing a finger, this is literally her doing it.
The funniest part? She hasn't even hit her prime yet. This is rookie era Clark. This is still adjusting to the pro pace Clark. And she's already causing more buzz than a Kardashian breakup. What happens when she's fully dialed in, dropping 30 a night without breaking a sweat? Are we going to need crowd control at away games just to prevent stampedes of 8-year-olds in number 22 jerseys? Meanwhile, Angel's camp is busy releasing statements, clapping back at media coverage, and counting the minutes of court time like it's a conspiracy. Maybe instead of watching Clark tape to nitpick her turnovers, they should study how she turns press conferences into public love fests. But even on the injured list, Caitlyn's fandom never takes a timeout. She shows up to games in a hoodie, and the arena hits maximum decibels like she just landed a buzzer beater in heels. What's Angel pulling in? A few jeers, a few diehards, and a whole lot of, wait, she was on the floor? Oh.
So today, lads, the Indiana Fever played the Chicago Sky on Barbie night. And obviously, it was... I actually am impressed by Chicago Sky's fight. They were overmatched. They were absolutely overmatched. Because I gotta say this, like they tried. This is the first time I've seen the Sky without both Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins like try for a full game.
And shout out to those Twitter accounts desperately trying to spin this into a media bias issue. You mean to tell me the player who broke viewership records, made the NCAA tournament feel like March Madness again, and now casually gets rap legends offering her generational money, is just lucky? That's not luck. That's what happens when skill meets star power meets actual likability. A trifecta of unstoppable. Caitlin Clark is doing charity events between games and bringing the community with her. She's not just growing the game, she's planting roots. Every backpack she hands out is a message. This is bigger than basketball. And Ice Cube, he's not just trying to poach a player. He's making a statement. If y'all won't treat her like a franchise, I will. It's not just the league she's lighting up, it's the entire sports ecosystem. From ESPN to TMZ, everyone's got a Clark clip, a take, or a segment queued up. And every time she breathes near a basketball, it trends. You can only sit back and watch it unfold like the best kind of chaos. So yeah, while Angel Reese is still figuring out her next headline, Caitlin Clark is out here becoming the storyline. Again, injured or not, she owns the moment, the movement, and the future.
Caitlin Clark just calmly walking away, calmly minding her own business, never looking, talking, or even mentioning Angel Reese, right? And if it does come up, she's giving her flowers. Never throwing jabs at Angel Reese, never nothing. Just coming in her city, constantly owning her. The fans are constantly surrounding her. It's literally the calm person with the most power, and you never poke at the calm one with the real power. Caitlin Clark don't talk. Caitlin Clark don't clap back. She was raised right. Caitlin Clark just shows up. She literally just shows up. She walks in your city, fills the arena, and she leaves with the numbers. Every time. She never has to do too much.
And Ice Cube, he might have just given the WNBA $1 million reason to get its act together or risk watching the biggest name in women's basketball take her game and her backpack army to another stage. It's almost unfair at this point. Caitlin Clark isn't even playing with the competition. She's existing in a completely different time zone. She's not out here chasing approval or constructing a brand around forced drama. She just is. And that's the real problem for everyone else. You can't compete with someone who's not playing your game. Caitlin isn't pulling stunts for clout. She's not subtweeting from the locker room or curating her public image like it's a reality show pilot. There's no desperation to prove she belongs. No passive-aggressive interviews. No shopping for validation in the form of endorsements she doesn't even need to beg for. And somehow, that calm self-assurance has turned into the biggest threat of all. Because when one player steps into a league and effortlessly becomes the pulse of the culture, without stepping on toes or throwing elbows, it exposes everyone else still flailing in the social media deep end.
Exactly into hiding, but this has blown up and become a big deal because he was asked about giving Angel Reese the same deal that was given Clark by another one of these dumbass reporters looking for an opportunity to get a gotcha and go viral. That's what it's about, but it didn't seem to work so well because I think I saw this originally on TMZ. They've got like 250,000 followers on X, and I think their post about this got like 8 likes or something like that. But it is going around. Other people.
Caitlin's brand isn't built on conflict. It's built on consistency. Whether she's giving out backpacks or hitting logo threes, there's no costume change, no code switching depending on whether a camera's nearby. And yet, some players are still out here trying to measure up with off-court chaos. Like somehow, if they stir the pot loud enough, the headlines will forget who's actually running the kitchen. Newsflash. Caitlin's not even looking at the pot. She's already cooked dinner, fed the block, and cleaned the gym before anyone noticed she left the court. That's what's so disarming. She doesn't chase stardom. It orbits around her. Meanwhile, others are sprinting after spotlight crumbs like it's a cardio drill for TikTok engagement. The comparison game gets uglier by the day, and not because Clark is saying anything wild. In fact, it's her silence that speaks the loudest. Caitlin isn't rebranding herself weekly. She's not launching PR campaigns to remind people she's that girl. She just is, and it's a problem. Because when one person is being completely authentic, and it's working, it makes all the artifice around her feel like a crumbling cardboard set.
Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was a big deal. I thought she was a box office draw. According to her pretend friends in the mainstream media, Angel Reese is a huge star. According to the media, when the Chicago Bravado are on the road traveling to dumps across the WNBA, tickets are hot. Angel Reese is so important. She is the only player in the WNBA with dozens of aliases.
She's making it cool to care without being corny, popular without being performative, and yes, generous without needing the world to throw her a parade. And that subtlety is driving some of these personalities nuts, especially the ones who tried to manufacture relevance through spectacle. It's got to sting when a rookie can walk into a community event with zero press fanfare, hand out school supplies, and accidentally trend nationwide. While others are rehearsing post-game clapbacks just to get a blog mention, Caitlin Clark isn't competing for likes. She's not battling to stay relevant. She doesn't need a viral quote or a mid-game feud to keep her name in the headlines. Her presence is the headline. She didn't have to become someone else to rise. She just doubled down on who she already was. Which is why the comparisons feel so exhausting, because the people trying to measure up are building their cases with smoke and mirrors. Off-court beef, dramatic exits, carefully staged social media moments, all of it trying to simulate the natural attention that Caitlin draws without lifting a finger. It's like watching someone try to Photoshop charisma. The effort's obvious. The insecurity, louder than a missed free throw in a silent gym.
But if you guys didn't see before the game, and this is one of the things where it's like, I think this is a big reason why Caitlin Clark is, in general, so popular. Like, Caitlin Clark spent 20 minutes signing autographs. She made her way 2/3 of the arena. She signed literally hundreds of autographs. And if you guys didn't see that game today, there were as many Fever fans as there were Sky fans. So Caitlin Clark is not playing the game. And, like, by the way, like, people didn't know whether or not Caitlin was playing that game until the very end.
Caitlin isn't chasing clout because she doesn't need to. She's not responding to every provocation, not framing herself as a misunderstood martyr, and definitely not begging for validation from people who weren't even tuned in until she made the sport impossible to ignore. Watching all the acrobatics, some players go through trying to replicate the Caitlin effect. Like, maybe if they act just edgy enough, just controversial enough, the universe will reward them with the same adoration. Meanwhile, Caitlin's just sitting at a school giving out backpacks, probably asking kids about their favorite color, and still dominating the narrative. It's not even about basketball anymore. It's about impact, and that's a game very few know how to play. Because what Caitlin represents is a deeper, quieter threat. The idea that authenticity is more powerful than performance. The desperation in the air is palpable. From the sideline comments to the pointed tweets, it's clear who's watching her and wondering how to catch up without admitting they're behind. But here's the thing. You can't fast-track what she's doing. You can't fake grace. You can't manufacture poise. And you definitely can't mimic a mindset rooted in substance when all you've got is style.
Ice Cube, the original gangsta. It's so sad. Gone into hiding because of the absolute anger and insanity of Angel Reese fans because of this little clip talking about bringing her to the Big Three League and, comparing her to Caitlin Clark, the man who started a revolution in the rap game, straight out of Compton, crazy, named Ice Cube from a gang called, it's wild.
That's why Caitlin's mere existence is a mirror some folks would rather smash. Because it reflects every shortcut taken, every gimmick leaned on, every excuse recycled when the spotlight didn't land. She's not just raising the bar, she's reminding people that there is a bar, and it's not built from noise. It's built from work. Quiet, persistent, undeniable work. So, while some are out here crafting personas like it's Halloween in July, Caitlin Clark is living rent-free in the minds of people who wish it was that easy. She's not in competition, she's in command, not demanding attention, but commanding it anyway. What's the difference? It's everything, and it's what turns admiration into envy faster than a shot clock countdown. In a league hungry for stars, Caitlin didn't walk in and demand the crown. She just acted like it was already hers. And the funniest part? She didn't need to convince anyone. The fans did it for her.